So Sonic Mania is right around the corner, and everyone is jumping for joy for it. It's the glorious Sonic game that will take us back in time to give us that Genesis-like gameplay. With the release of the game so close, I wanted to do some type of video for it. You know, something besides a review or reaction. I mean, you can kind of call this a review. Well, anyways, I'm here to tell you guys, and mostly some of you younger guys, about the classic games that will lead up to Sonic Mania. Let's get to it. First, we have Sonic 1, or just Sonic the Hedgehog. This game was released in 1991. This game is mainly speed, even though the only stages that you really go fast are in Green Hill Zone and Starlight Zone, and every other zone is just enemies and spikes that just get in your way, or there's just not enough space for you to actually run fast. Oh yeah, there's also that guy Eggman, or Robotnik. He's basically the main villain of the entire series. In Sonic 1, Robotnik is putting little animal creatures inside of robots. And Sonic is all like, that's no good. And he bops the robot and gets the little animal creatures out of it. Anyways, Eggman really wants, Robotnik. Robotnik really wants these things called Chaos Emeralds. Word on the block says there's 6 of them, and if you get them, you get unlimited power. Before Robotnik could get them, Sonic has to go through these things called special stages that are inside these giant rings at the end of stages. You collect 50 rings. These special stages, they hold the Chaos Emeralds, 1 for each. Once Sonic collects all Chaos Emeralds, well, you just get the good ending. That's it. Not really much to Sonic 1. But for Sonic 2, in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which was released in 1992, there was a new function for Sonic called the Spin Dash. You crouch down, you rev it up, and then you go in insta speeds. Sonic 2 was much faster, brighter, and much more colorful than Sonic 1. A good example is when you start the game up and you... Who the heck is that? That, friends, is Tails, or Miles Props. He's a fox with 2 tails. That gives him the ability to fly. Sonic and Tails are now the main characters of the games, and not just Sonic. In Sonic 2, Sonic and Tails can basically do the same thing. They both can move fast, spin dash, except Tails, like I said before, can fly. In Sonic 2, there aren't as many times that you get stopped by enemies. Well, I mean, there's still points in the game where you get stopped by spikes and enemies to slow you down, but at least there's more fast sections in Sonic 2. In Sonic 2, instead of a giant ring at the end of the stage, there are these light posts, or star posts, which, when you have 50 rings and you hit one, or just pass by it, these little sparkles circle around. You, Tails, or just one or the other, will jump inside of it, and that will take you through this special stage where you can get the Chaos Emerald. This time in Sonic 2, there are 7 Chaos Emeralds. Why? I don't know. It's just 7 now. I mean, come on, Sonic the Fighters tried to have 8. When you collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds, you can finally become Super Sonic. Super Sonic is a much stronger Sonic. His fur turns from blue to yellow. He jumps higher, he moves faster, and he's invincible. Basically, he kinda makes the game easier. You know, if you know how to control him. The next game we have is Sonic CD, a game that was released on the Sega CD in 1993. This game used Sonic Sprite from Sonic 1. This game was in development after Sonic 1, and the whole entire thing about this game is time travel. Once you hit top speeds after hitting some type of time post sign thing, after you run long enough after hitting these time posts, you can travel to the past or the future. There's 2 new characters that's introduced into this game. First, we have Sally Rosie the Amy Rose, that's her name. This is her first time being seen in the Sonic series. We also have Metal Sonic, who is Sonic's robot rival. Kinda had a prototype version of himself in Sonic 2. Except, you know, this one's like, I don't know, the best version? I don't know, he's the one that just keeps coming back. Time Stones. There's these things that replace the Chaos Emeralds, but don't let Sonic turn super. They're just like in Sonic 1, they just let you have a different ending. Not much of a reward, but hey, it's cool. I mean, you can also destroy these weird machines that can also get you the same ending, but whatever. Next game we have is Sonic 3. Released in 1993 as well, which upgraded the sprites from Sonic 2 and gave them a more bubbly look to them. Sonic and Tails are back, and they're off to somewhere called Angel Island. Though they go there on the tornado, and Sonic, showing off, turns super, goes to the island, and whoa! That guy was Knuckles the Echidna, apparently strong enough to punch Sonic out of his super form. He's clearly and has spikes on his fist. He uses them to climb rocks, or walls or whatever. And he can also glide. He took the emeralds from Sonic, and now Sonic has to get them back. But, of course, Eggman is here as well. Sonic 3 was a special little game in the Sonic series. You see, there wasn't just Sonic 3, but a few months later after Sonic 3 was released, there was a game named Sonic and Knuckles, which was basically just the other half of Sonic 3. There was this neat little thing where you could put both the cartridges together, and the final result, you would get Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sonic 3 and Knuckles was basically the final version of what Sonic 3 was supposed to be. So now you have the full game by buying 2. In this game, it's pretty much mandatory to get the final ending by collecting all 7 Chaos Emeralds. I mean, you can still beat the game without them, just you won't get the real ending. Anyways, once you collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds, you become Super Sonic again, just like in Sonic 2. Same abilities and all. But since this is the sequel game, and because we have Sonic and Knuckles in there, there's an extra addition to the Chaos Emerald. You see, there's not only just the Chaos Emeralds, there's also this thing called the Master Emerald, which is the giant emerald that Knuckles protects on his Angel Island. Once you beat the Sonic 3 portion of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you'll have the option to collect the Super Emeralds, which are just the Chaos Emeralds on steroids. Once you collect these through the much harder special stages, you'll be given access to Hyper Sonic, which makes Super Sonic look like child's play. Hyper Sonic is basically the Sonic version, or the Sonic series version, of Super Saiyan Blue. This guy has a double jump, and I think he has a screen nuke as well. And instead of Sonic's fur being yellow, it turns, many colors. It's like his fur is on a rave party. But to make Hypersonic simple, just draw him like, I don't know, a very light white color, or just call him white. You can access the real ending of the game by getting Supersonic or Hypersonic, which is just to defeat Eggman after he, takes the Master Emerald. And we need the Master Emerald so that Angel Island wouldn't fall. Yes, Angel Island is a floating island. It's floating because of the power of the Master Emerald, and Eggman needed it to power up his Death Egg, which is a giant Death Star in the sky. Oh, I forgot to mention, once you get the Hyper Emeralds, once you get the Super Emerald, not only can you just get Hyper Sonic, you can get Hyper Knuckles and Super Tails. Like Sonic's other forms, Tails and Knuckles become faster and they can jump higher. But that's pretty much it. Knuckles turns pink and Tails just glows with birds around him. That's stupid. Lastly, I'd like to mention Knuckles Chaotix. Which is a classic game, but I think it's not canon, even though I think it is kind of canon if you see the story. This game is the first appearance of the Chaotix. Vector, Charmy, SBO, Mighty, Heavy, and Bomb. Yeah, whatever. This game works by using some weird rubber band-like ring thing. Again, it's retarded. And also this strange character select thing. And this weird stage. What? Metal Sonic is here! Hey, look at Sonic and Tails! They made it! Anyways, these were the classic Sonic game that mattered besides all the weird spin-off games and those. And now you know the basics of the classic Sonic games before Sonic Mania comes, which is the true Sonic 4. Sonic 4. That did exist. Well, I'll see you all in the next one. See you then.